Hi everyone, welcome back. This is the first video back and into the new year. So happy new year and happy 2020. The videos that I actually am posting in January were actually pre-filmed in December, but obviously with the holidays and a lot of traveling to see family, I've been super busy and I actually took 2 weeks off in January, like right after Christmas to January, to just kind of take some time off and just relax and obviously refocus on what I want to do for 2020. But I saw this tag video from Andrea Monteliano. I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but I love her channel. Definitely check her out. So I saw she posted this tag video. It's actually called the Beauty Consumer Tag. And of course, this is a beauty channel because I love to post about beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So of course, I wanted to do this video. So if you want to see what is in my beauty consumer tag and how I answered these questions, then please keep watching. Also, if you are new here, hi, my name is Yua, and of course, subscribe to this channel, and let's get started. All right, so the first question is, how much do you spend on makeup a month, a year? So I'm assuming this is pertaining to, of course, 2019. I did actually calculate how much I spent for the year. So it looks like I've spent approximately $2,000 for the entire year of 2019, but I did only go based off my credit card, so that may not take into account Walmart, Walgreens. Like I didn't look into those actual stores because when it brings up, it only says like Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid. I don't really know if I actually purchased maybe snacks, photos, or makeup. So the main stores or retailers that I included, I know for a fact was Ulta. So for ColourPop, or if there was like a specific name brand, cosmetic brand website that I purchased directly from, like for example, if I was to purchase from Morphe or from like Dominique Cosmetics or Anastasia Beverly Hills, I did include that. So that's roughly about like $160, I want to say, every month. So I wouldn't say that's too bad, 160 every single month. But when I look at about the total and it being about $2,000, that is a lot. So, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel like for 2019, I did start this idea where I would try my best to purchase one item per month per category in makeup. So, for example, for each month, I would say my max is to purchase one eyeshadow palette, one foundation, one concealer, one brow product, one lipstick. Like that was my goal. Or I would say if I did skip this month, I would be able to use it for the next month. So it would be like as if I had so many points per category, and that's only how much I could spend like per item. So for me, it wasn't about the budget; it was about per quantity. So I feel like that kind of helped me spend actually a little less. I feel like in 2018, I actually didn't have that, and I actually spent more in 2018. I mean, I didn't actually go back and look in 2018, but I know that I did calculate for 2019, and I did spend about $2,000 for the entire year. So you know that's up to you. Do you think that's a lot or a little? For me, I think I've actually come down a little bit, but I still think that's a lot. Like overall, $2,000, like I could have gone on a trip or a cruise for that. So moving on to the next question. Do you ever feel guilty about how much you spend on makeup? So sometimes I do feel guilty about spending money on makeup just because I know that that money can go towards something else that maybe last longer. Like I said, like a trip. I don't know. That's my big thing, a trip. Sometimes I don't, just because I know, for example, like I have this channel, so of course it wouldn't make sense if I never had any beauty products or makeup to show you guys or to even play with if I didn't buy any. But definitely feel like there has to be some sort of balance where if I feel guilty and I don't like it, like that's when I really feel guilty. So if I buy a product that I don't really like or I end up like just collecting and I never use it, that's when I really feel guilty. But when I actually buy a product that I do enjoy and I use it nonstop or it becomes a real staple in my collection that I constantly use every time I'm traveling, I'm always reaching for, then I don't feel guilty for purchasing that product. But for me, for the collection I do have, it's so big that honestly, it's impossible for me to go through all of my products on a consistent base where I'm evenly using each product. So I do feel guilty in that aspect. Number 3, do you get FOMO related to makeup releases? So FOMO, if you don't know, I believe it means fear of missing out, related to makeup releases. So I do get this feeling sometimes. I think I got it more in the past than I did this last 2019. Sometimes I do feel like I'm going to miss out just because, for example, especially when it comes to like limited edition items or items that I know that maybe everyone's gonna love or it's something that everyone ends up talking about, then I do get that feeling. So I do definitely feel like that FOMO feeling definitely takes into account how much I spend on makeup. So yes, sadly I do get that feeling. All right, so this next question, of course, right after talking about FOMO, is number 4. Do you purchase or keep items simply because they are limited edition? And the answer is yes, I do actually keep limited edition products, or I do purchase them. This doesn't happen a lot with like face products, but it happens definitely a lot with eyeshadow palettes. I can say for sure because I have this weakness in with eyeshadow palettes where I feel like and it all also depends on the brand as well. I feel like I definitely have more weaknesses towards certain brands, for example, compared to some. So yes, I do keep them or I do purchase them, but not every single item. It really depends on, for example, the color layout or like the color scheme, of course, the color story of the eyeshadow palette. So it really depends. And I'm trying to get better with this because obviously I don't want to feel like I can't use a product for the fear of it being used up. So for example, I know that there's certain eyeshadow palettes in my collection that I love to use all the time, and I don't want that feeling of not wanting to use it just simply because it's limited edition. Like I feel like that doesn't make sense. And I would do admit that I've been bad at this in the past where I even got to a point where sometimes I would feel like I wanted to buy a backup on a limited edition product simply because I thought it was limited edition or that it is limited edition. And I've come to the conclusion that with the way that the beauty industry is right now, there's always something that's going to come out that's going to be better, or the quality is always going to get better. So don't feel like the need to hold on to things, especially buying backups of items just because it is limited edition. Number 5, I believe that's number 5. Would you be willing to pay more for a sold out product online? So my answer is no. I would not be willing to pay more for a sold out product online. And I've seen this happen multiple times, like a lot of times, more than I would like to see. I think that it's just simply a scam. Like I feel like you shouldn't be paying more for an item, and if it is an item that is going to restock, just wait and be patient. I've done that where I've just waited for the restock. If it's never going to come back and you feel like you simply missed out, it goes back to like my previous answer. There will always be something else on the market. There will always be the next exciting thing, the next new thing, the quality, and whatever is trending, there will always be the new in thing. So don't feel like you have to simply pay more for a product, especially makeup specifically, just because it's sold out. That's my opinion. But I would not be willing to pay for more for an item that because it's sold out. Okay, number 6. Do you wish you could spend more or less? So, of course, I feel like if you're in a place where you are financially stable and you are able to spend more, of course, I personally would not mind to spend more. But where in my situation right now, I just feel like there's certain areas in my life that I would rather spend that extra money on. Like for me, I would rather travel and vacation. I feel like those are more long lasting memories and experiences compared to makeup specifically or beauty products. But I don't think like where I'm at, how much I'm spending is terrible. You know what I mean? So I think I'm okay. But if I could truly wish, of course, I would love to spend more, but where I'm at right now, I just don't feel like that's something that's very, I guess, smart to spend my money on. It's just, I think I'm okay with how I'm spending right now. So I don't think I necessarily would want to spend more or less of where I'm at financially. I'm okay with where it's at. Number 7, do you feel compelled to buy something when you see it in someone else's collection? So I feel like not necessarily when it's in someone else's collection. So for example, when I watch like collection videos like eyeshadow palettes or foundations, I don't feel compelled to when I see those. I think it's more so the favorites videos when I'm continuously seeing these type of favorite products in people's favorite videos, and I'm seeing it more than a couple of the people I love to watch on YouTube, then I am compelled to at least try it out. Like the number 8, do you buy more during the holidays? So I think for the previous years, yes. I do buy more during the holidays in the past years, like 2018, 2017, I would say for sure. Because I feel like with all the holiday releases, I really like holiday releases. But I think for this previous year, 2019, no, I did not. I think I only bought a few of the, what are they called again? Oh my gosh, what are they called? The like the holiday kits. So yeah, I do buy a few holiday kits um during the holidays, but not that many. I feel like this year. This year, I think I only bought a few from Sephora and Ulta. Other than that, no. I feel like I've really backed away from that because what I've noticed in the past is I would buy all these like limited edition holiday palettes or whatever it is, and then I would realize like right after the holidays, like during this time, January and February, I would not even use it. I wouldn't even think about it. So I feel like it's one of those things that when it's during the holidays, you're in the holiday mood, and then you constantly are just like buy, buy, buy. Limited edition. Oh, that's so cute. That's so holiday. Like it's perfect for holidays. But no, this 2019, for this past year, 2019, I did not buy a lot during the holidays. Number 9, have you ever hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends? I think intentionally, no. I've never hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends, but I don't necessarily every makeup purchase I buy. I don't necessarily always go, oh look, like this is a new product. I think what it is that later on, like especially my husband, he'll be like, oh, when did you buy this? You know what I mean? Like, when did you buy this? Oh, didn't you just get something new? That's when I feel like, okay, I'm not always telling him about my purchases, but I'm not intentionally hiding it. So, no, I would say I've never truly hidden a makeup purchase from family or friends. Number 10, do you have more than 10 products in your collection that you have not used in over a month? Sadly, yes. This is very, very true. I feel like there's more than 10 products. I would say, gosh, there's a lot. I am guilty. There's a lot because I feel like when you have such a big collection, you get into, your favorites that you're constantly wearing, you're constantly using, and all the other ones that are kind of just your average or not so your favorite, you forget about those, especially depending on how you store your collection. Like for me, I have the typical, IKEA Alex drawers, and it's very like deep in the back. So if you don't open the drawer all the way and really look through your collection, it's really easy to forget about a lot of makeup products. So yes, sadly, there are way more than 10 products I've not used in over a month. The next question, have you ever been pressured to purchase something you cannot afford or did not need? Pressured, I don't know if pressured, but I've definitely filled I definitely felt in the past, especially when I've been to like Ulta or Sephora, where maybe like an associate is showing me something that I know that I necessarily don't need, that is like super out of my price range, and I have purchased it. So I guess in a way, yes, I have been pressured to purchase something I could not afford or did not need. But what eventually most of the time happens to these type of products, I'll eventually return it because it doesn't work out anyways, or I'm just like, it wasn't that great. I think the only one thing or two thing, no, one thing that I've been pressured to buy and I've actually purchased and kept and actually loved is the It Cosmetics CC cream. I think that's the only thing. When I initially started with that foundation, I didn't necessarily know what type of foundation I wanted. And I think it was during the first time when Ulta had released it, and one of the associates, obviously she was, I don't know, you know how it is when they have like those bonuses or they're running promotions, and of course probably whoever makes the most sales on that specific hot item of the week gets, whatever commission or a bonus. Well, I told her I was in the market for a foundation, and that was the first one she showed me. And of course, the display, it was right in the front. So I'm assuming that was like the promotional item that they were pushing for the week that week. And I ended up buying it. I didn't even know if I was gonna love it, or I did try it like in the store. I was like, it's okay. But at that time, I don't think I was in a place that I was super comfortable spending like I don't know how even much the CC cream is now. What is it? I want to say it's like in the $40 range. Let's look. How much is it? Yeah, so it's $39.50, so basically $40. At during that time, I wasn't super comfortable spending $40 on a foundation yet, but I did end up spending it, and I actually had that kind of like buyer's remorse at first. But then once I tried the foundation more and more, I actually ended up loving it. So that's probably the only one item that really comes to my mind that I bought it and I felt pressured, but I ended up loving it. So yes, I have been pressured to purchase something that I could not afford or did not need. All right, so this next question: do you purchase makeup for collector reasons? Yes, yes, I'm guilty of this. Super, super guilty. I definitely feel guilty with this when it comes to Anastasia Beverly Hills, especially their eyeshadow palettes. And of course, in the past, Urban Decay Naked, their Naked palette collection. So, yes, I have purchased makeup, and I still like feel like sometimes I am, but I am weaning off. So I have become so much better. So for example, I know that when I really got into makeup, especially this last 2 3 years, I purchased almost every single eyeshadow palette that Anastasia Beverly Hills has released. I think ever since after, I want to say, Modern Renaissance. So after Modern Renaissance, I've purchased almost every single one of their 14 pan. The only one for sure that I know that I skipped was just the recent one, 2019, the collaboration, the pink one. I forgot who the collaboration was with, but it was super colorful. And I think it came out after the Riviera palette came out. And I purchased the Riviera. So I already knew that I did not need another super colorful palette, especially from the exact same brand. So I think that was the only one. I don't remember what was the palette called. But if you remember, like, leave it down in the comment section, because I know for sure I skipped that one. Other than that, I've bought every single one. And if you're wondering, I know I don't have videos for it for 2019, but I did actually pick up the Carly Bible and the Jackie Aina palette. So, so far, yeah, I've gotten every single one of those 14 pan ones. But I'm not sure if I'm going to still be on that trend about being on a collector's reason. But I feel like for some reason with ABH, because I feel like ABH in the past, they used to not release so much. And also because I love their quality. They have really good quality. So yes, I have purchased makeup for collector reasons. Okay, and then we are on to the last question. In your makeup journey, have you become less or more consumeristic? So honestly, I feel like in the beginning, actually became more consumeristic, and it was really bad. I would say the first 2 years, like, I wanted to buy every single release. I wanted to try out everything new, especially eyeshadow palettes, foundations. I think those two are like my weaknesses. And I literally justified almost every single purchase with, it's new, I don't have this in my collection. It was kind of like the nudes lipstick, like, it's a different type of nude. It's more brown, it's more pink, it's more coral, it's, more cool, it's more warm. So I feel like I justified a lot of my purchases in the first 2 years. I feel like in 2019 I've kind of, you know come to a place where I'm more comfortable with my collection, and knowing that it's okay to not have everything, especially the newest, latest releases. And especially because also too is, it's usually whatever's like hyped right now. So for example, if right now there's a new eyeshadow palette, I'm not gonna name any because there's so many, and there's a lot of hype around it, meaning everyone's excited. It's getting a lot of publicity and a lot of social media presence right now. Then all of a sudden, of course, that makes you as a consumer or someone who loves makeup jump on that train, and you get excited and you get enticed, like, hey, I want to know what this new product's gonna be and how it's gonna work out, and of course the quality, and of course everyone wants to have the newest, latest thing, but I've come to a conclusion that I can wait, because more than half of the time, that feeling of hype and that feeling of needing it, something brand new, usually will fade, especially for that specific item. There, like I said in the beginning, there will always be a new in product that's trending, and it's really building a lot of hype that everyone's interested in. And I think definitely I've become less consumeristic in that aspect, in that I've waited and kind of, if in a sense, delayed that gratification of getting that new product all the time. And I've realized that because when I travel, I don't always take the newest, latest thing that I just purchased, because I tend to like to stick to my safety, my favorite items that I always go to. So I would say yes, I became more consumeristic in the beginning, especially the first couple years. But in 2019, I've really, really feel like I've switched and really went 180 and have become less, because I've come to realize that I would rather spend money on things like travel and seeing the world and things that are more long lasting. So those were all of my questions. Well, my questions. Those were all of my answers to the beauty consumer tag. And I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Like I mentioned in the beginning, feel free to make this video, of course, as well. And if you did like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. And you know what? If you don't make this video, like, definitely comment down in the comment section and feel free to answer on your own. I'm gonna definitely write all the questions in the description box. So if you do feel like you want to answer it, but maybe you just don't feel comfortable making a video, or you don't have your own channel and you just don't want to take that time to, of course, make a video, but you do want to answer these questions, then I really would love to see your answers down in the description. And if you have any like other questions that maybe you feel like should be included in this tag videos, or you think it would be interesting to get an answer to and you would like me to answer, definitely feel free to also write that down in the comment section. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and once again, happy 2020, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful start of the year, and that I'll see you next time. Bye guys.